So have you heard about the bubble? What is the bubble? Well, the bubble is what the NBA and WNBA players are in right now, and what it means is they're in an area where they practice and they play. They're in a hotel, but they're not allowed to leave. Why are they not allowed to leave? Of course, it's because of the pandemic, right? The coronavirus. The NBA has very strict guidelines. Well, now the NBA has placed Lou Williams. He's an NBA vet. He's been around a long time. He's on a 10-day quarantine after the Clippers guard was investigated by the league for what he did while on an excused absence from the Orlando campus. The league announced that Williams is under quarantine after he was photographed by rapper Jack Harlow. I don't know who that is, in an Atlanta strip club.
Oh, I know Gene Harlow.
So Jack Harlow is a friend of Lou Williams. This is how dumb his friends are, by the way.
Yeah.
So they know that Lou Williams shouldn't be there. He's in a strip club.
Do you know why he went there, Brian?
He claimed, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
But Jack, I'll get to that. Don't worry.
Okay.
So Jack Harlow
That's very important.
Takes pictures of Lou Williams, not understanding that Lou shouldn't be there. And he posts them on social media. And then when everybody saw it, there was an investigation. And then he actually deletes it. Here's how dumb his friend is, this rapper. He quickly deletes the post from Instagram and then tweets out, "That was an old pic of me and Lou. I was just reminiscing because I miss him." Yeah, right, Jack. Lou Williams can't be happy with you, Jack.
So Jack tried to cover up his tracks.
Exactly. So Williams is holding up a drink and wearing an NBA mask given out on the Orlando campus. Way to keep a low profile, by the way. You wear an NBA mask. What a dope Lou Williams is. You know you're not supposed to be there. You're in a strip club. You know what that's like? That's like a married man, and he knows his wife wouldn't want to be seen. He wouldn't want to be seen at a strip club, and he puts like his wife's number on his mask. I mean, that's really what Lou Williams did. He's an NBA player. He's wearing an NBA mask designed for NBA players, and he goes into a strip club. Now, here's the kicker. You were getting to this. Here's the funny part about this, okay? Lou Williams wrote on Twitter, "Ask any of my teammates what's my favorite restaurant in Atlanta. Ain't nobody partying. Chill out." So he's claiming that he went to the strip club not to look at naked women, but to have a nice lunch because it's his favorite place to eat. Can I ask anybody out there, really seriously?
No, he said he said he was picking up food. He claimed he was well, if you're picking up food, then pick it up and leave. Or are you inside?
He decided to chill. Yeah, I'm sure he would have done the same thing if it was a Chippendale club.
Right.
So
definitely.
Is there anybody out there? I've been to some strip clubs in my life, okay? I think we all have from time to time. Maybe not Mike Pence because he's perfect. He goes to the Chippendale clubs. But anyway, in all seriousness, have anybody ever said to their bros, "Hey, guys, I'm really hungry. Let's go to the strip club"? I mean, really, has anyone ever said that in the history of strip clubs? Now, you might say, "Hey, guys, let's go to the strip club, and I'm kind of hungry. Maybe we could get some food there, too." Okay, that's legitimate. But does anyone ever say, "Hey, honey, my favorite restaurant is, I don't know, Little Darlings"? I don't know. I'm just throwing. "My favorite restaurant is Sapphire. Their burgers there are so good. But honey, don't you want to go there just to look at boobs and look at naked women?" No, it's all about the steak. They've got the greatest smashed potatoes there. Really, has anyone ever said that?
I will push back on that. There are a lot of steakhouse/strip clubs in Dallas, Texas, and a good buddy of mine who you've met, Rhett, who used to run the Spearmint Rhino in Omaha, where I used to frequent on a pretty consistent basis. They had a pretty good steak.
What's a consistent basis?
And they had a pretty good. Well, I sold advertising for a local publication. And so I was in there 2 or 3 times a week because that was one of my biggest accounts. And then in addition to that, I had some extracurricular, activity and situations that took place there. But they actually did have a pretty good burger, a buffalo burger, and they had a pretty good steak as well. So it's not that far-fetched. There are some strip clubs nationwide that do have very good food.
He could have gone anywhere to get food. Instead, he decided to have a seat with his NBA mask on. By the way, Doc Rivers, who happens to be the coach of the LA Clippers, he said, "I can't share much with his journey. I wasn't on that journey with him, but he's back here. I can tell you that much. Obviously those pictures got out, and that's something that we've obviously didn't enjoy seeing or like." That's according to Doc Rivers. Lou Williams made a very big mistake. You're making a lot of money, Lou Williams. You're making a lot of money in the NBA. They don't ask you for much.
I believe he was the 6th man of the year last year.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah,
he's a very, very good player on both ends of the floor.
They need him.
Yep. So
the Clippers need him.
How long is this bubble thing going to last? I feel like there's more stories like this that are going to be coming out in the coming month or two. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, we talked about it. We had Jameson on. We said how the conversation. There's a couple of Instagram models, female Instagram models, that have been invited into the bubble, that are now frequenting the bubble to spend some time with with the NBA players. They have a barbershop in there. They have a whole. It's like a whole community. It's kind of interesting.
So let me just give you a quick background. I forgot to mention this. The reason why Lou Williams was only allowed out of the bubble was for a funeral. Because after you go to a funeral and you're mourning somebody's death, the first thing I think about is boobs. So that makes complete sense to me.
I'm actually a pretty big fan of Lou Williams now.
I've heard when you go to funerals, it makes you erect. So I don't know. I guess for Lou Williams, that's the case. But he made a very big mistake, obviously. A very bad example, and it made the NBA look bad.
He was probably mourning, and he wanted something to lift him up in more ways than one.
Well, when I go to a funeral, nothing's better to put you in better spirits than a good burger, a good steak, and some boobs. So, I sympathize with you, Lou Williams. Actually, I don't. You made a very big mistake. You embarrassed your franchise. A franchise, by the way, that has been embarrassed quite frequently in the course of the last 7 or 8 years, the LA Clippers I'm talking about, with the former owner of the team, the racist himself. But anyway, we'll move on to bigger and better things, no pun intended there.